Hello everybody, Pinstripe here. Welcome to this well-anticipated match here for the Hogs War League. It is ADB versus Mascettino, the Battle of the Italians, and I tonight am joined by Crumble.
Welcome everyone.
And tonight's match we will be playing on some new maps actually that I haven't seen played yet whilst commentating. It is Over the Top, Canyon, and unfortunately Graveyard Shift.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes, exactly, and everyone's favourite basic map. But in terms of lineups, I mean, you can see Mascettino's there. He's going with the Grenadier, Sapper, Medic, Scout, Sapper, and ADB going with the Grenadier, Paratrooper, Medic, Sapper, Scout. Now, I know that ADB likes Over the Top. I believe he said it's one of his favourite single-player maps. So, I mean,
it's a good map. I'm a fan of that one personally as well.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing that comes to my mind for this map, for people that don't know, Over the Top is Mission 16's map in single player. We have, of course, brought it over into the league to be played in multiplayer. And as I was going to say, the first thing that comes to my mind is paratroopers. Mobility is huge because there's very specific routes you can go on this map to get onto the high ground. But considering that this map was swapped out for Doomed, so there will be dummies that if you destroy, you can be gifted a crate of jetpacks, or a single jetpack, I guess, which isn't really much. So, I mean, in a way, those dummies are there to be destroyed accidentally, in a way.
Collateral damage, I suppose, yeah.
Yeah, and then those crates will come down and people can collect them if they want to. But whether or not that will come into play, we will see, but it will be Mascettino to go first. And it's very strange to me to still see this map like at daytime. Normally it's raining.
It's a nice change, though. I'm a fan of the change.
Indeed. Masche just checking his final inputs, I'm guessing, before we get started here for this hyped-up match here. Of course, just to go into a little bit of detail before we get going, Mascettino currently, well, both players currently unbeaten. ADB with 4 wins and a draw after that crazy 2-2 draw with Axby, and Mascettino 4 wins out of 4. So he's looking to get that clean sweep potentially.
We'll go for a bit of a long range. Oh, high up cluster here.
Interesting maneuver, yeah. I mean, I thought it was a bit too far.
Bit off.
Not that big a damage. I guess
a bit too far there.
With this map, you kind of have to, not really gamble, but just the distance required for you to get to your opponent's pigs will take too long, given the 30 seconds that you have. I say that as ADB makes his way over to Mascettino's pigs, but I mean, he's going around the corner. Doesn't have too far to go. And look at the positioning here. The spawns haven't been too kind to Mascettino here. 3 pigs in the same area.
It's a very divided, I suppose, spawn here. Everyone's basing on the same side, I suppose.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that it was divided so that, I mean, mixed spawns on this map would be a little bit too similar to the previous map that we swapped it out for, which was Hilltop. Which didn't do too well. It was very basic, and obviously having the slippery tiles on this map makes things a bit more strategic, I suppose, because you've got to physically walk there and not just rely on being able to walk everywhere. But so far, it's surprising me really, because both players are kind of not struggling with the distance, but it's proving tricky to get their shots away. As Masche throws the shrapnel, gets the 30.
No additional damage there, but still a solid hit.
Yeah, and I'm just worried for Mascettino here with all of those pigs, his Sapper, Grenadier, and Orderly all grouped up together. And here comes ADB with that easy maneuverability. Like I said,
that was close though.
Almost damaging his own pig and slipping off. So a little bit of time lost there. But I think he's going to look to maybe nudge them down, and then he'll have all 3 of them.
This is such a good position. If he can get a shot off in time.
Oh, 3 seconds to get the bazooka out and get the shot away. He's got 1 second remaining. He
just does it.
Oh, gets it in the middle.
Massive damage.
Goodness me.
Over 100 damage there total.
Oh, I don't even know what to say. Mascettino can get some healing away here. But the Grenadier and Sapper in a very dangerous position.
Alright, doesn't the Grenadier here make sense?
Well, despite the damage, they still both have 100 health, so the majority of the damage actually went to the Orderly with that 40 in the end, but he will get the trank on someone. I'm guessing...
Looking for...
I guess, like,
wait,
That's a surprising move. I wasn't expecting that of all weapons. But it will be on the Grenadier as it bumps away, and Mache doesn't get any damage. ADB will be looking to capitalize on that. Unbelievable scenes there. Grenade launcher, risky. Have to get that power to boost it over the hill, but just didn't have it.
Really unfortunate. I'm assuming he tried to play it safe, keep distance with the grenade launcher, but
I'm still surprised the tranquilizer just didn't come out.
Yeah, felt like he would have gone a lot more for it, especially with the Grenadier as well.
Yeah, I think ADB looking to take.
Oh, similar.
Also going with the grenade launcher, so not wanting to get involved, wanting to stay back, I guess. Playing it strategically, but dearie me. I mean, Mascettino is he's gonna want to get those pigs away from each other and spread out as much as he can. But everything is happening in that corner at the moment, and I imagine we'll probably see some kind of poison gas here. As ADB's already taken his time with his orderly. His orderly, of course, on the other side of the map, not going to do anything there in terms of healing. So it probably will be on the Grenadier. In fact, I wonder how much health he has, because if Mache was looking to deal 30, and he's dealt 15 there, I'm just curious to see whether Grenadier has less health than we think. I'm not sure. But there will be... Nope, he's not going to... I thought he was going to collect the crate, but never mind.
Okay, yeah. I imagine it's going to be a double TNT here, though.
Oh yeah, or I'd say shrapnel, but I don't think ADB wants to risk not getting the maximum amount. I think he's going to try and nudge at least one of them towards the other.
Oh, there we are.
Don't
know if it'll reach the full weight, but should get very close, I think.
I think that should be like pinpoint near enough next to him. If not, I'll be surprised. 51.
Yeah.
And
I rolled into him. Perfect.
Exactly.
Never mind then.
Oh, losing the high ground there. Gotta be careful. It's very deceptive. Some certain areas on this map are quite deceptive. You think that they're not slippery, but you slip off anyway. And Mache's still looking to deal damage on the Grenadier.
How much does he have? I want to say about 70-ish, I think.
And we see how much health. Stop moving. I just want to see.
All we need answers.
I know. Any second now.
Oh, no.
Nope, still not going to know until we see the TNT. And it is...
Oh, 75.
75. So if he had dealt that 30 damage, it would have been pretty... So we can see that Mashed trying to gain an extra turn, but at the cost of a lot of damage to his own pigs. And I think ADB went on the offensive, which was a good move because it kind of backed Mascettino into a corner.
This could be a double poison right here.
Oh, exactly. Pigs everywhere, though. Just it's such close quarters combat. It's crazy.
Love it. What a great start to this set.
Yeah, he's gonna go with the body block on the sapper, who's already taken his turn. Some good maneuvering by ADB with only 1 second remaining, and of course avoids poisoning his own pig. But given that Mascettino knows the numbers and will be looking to gain an extra turn at some point, he does only have 26 health as well. So yeah, he's looking to just take out the Grenadier. But I imagine, seeing as ADB has a sapper, and also there are a lot of there are a lot of jetpack crates on this map, so there's lots of opportunities to remove those poison pigs. I say that as he gains an extra turn and dies. I forgot the order that they went in. So he does get an extra turn, but I think ADB positioning himself. I don't know.
Or is he trying to sacrifice his Grenadier, it looks like? Oh, he's turned invisible. There he is.
It does indeed seem that way. I don't think that'll be enough damage, actually, on his own sapper. I might be wrong.
How much did he have? 25 out
of 20, yeah, 26, so I'm not sure. Is that enough?
Let's see. Oh, it is. And a bit of extra damage as well.
Yeah, so that time around, Mascettino avoiding losing a turn. ADB did indeed lose that turn, but he still has 1 jetpack remaining, which he'll turn around and use on the Orderly, who we both kind of forgot about, really. They've been pretty quiet so far in this match. No tranquilizers. It seems as if both players are just they have good etiquette. There's no there's no trank going on. No trank meta.
It is quite strange though. Mascettino hasn't really used the main weapons of his like 2 limited classes, I suppose you could say.
Yeah,
I mean, he used a rifle and the grenadier, which, to be fair, he did kind of need to you know, to get a skip turn.
Mm.
But you know, the medic as well, using a grenade launcher over a tranquilizer or a rifle burst even.
Yeah, it's surprising as well to see turns like that in this pro league. I mean, they don't happen very often, and yeah, like you said, just the rifle. We finally see a tranquilizer being used, but
There we are.
yeah, just the single rifle shot. Normally you see some kind of extra damage along that, or just a
Right.
little bit more strategy. It's very rare that players just like, I'm going to walk up and shoot you, unless, of
Yeah.
course, it's a medic with a tranquilizer, but this time around, ADB will collect the bazookas, which will give his orderly even more range, but instead he's going to now decide to run up and tranquilize rather than staying far away.
Here's the tranquilizers that we were waiting for.
Exactly. He did get that fairly heavy damage on the sapper earlier, so the 20 coming out and the poison. But there are still the enemy scouts as well, which always seem to last.
Indeed.
I don't know what it is. They always seem to last until the very end, because
Yeah.
everyone always forgets about them.
That passive of being hidden really works out well, especially when you have to manage everything else in a game.
Yeah, everything else just kind of swamps your mind a bit, and scouts a lot of the time can.
Definitely get overlooked.
I don't think that's. Oh, that is enough.
Hey, cool.
Just about.
Ooh, look at that.
I thought it was going to bounce back again, but down to 25 health, so that sapper really going to have some issues unless he decides to maybe kamikaze here, but
We might.
I don't know.
Don't know if that would be with. I don't know.
I think he might do, just because it's the magic number essentially.
It's true.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. ADB knows exactly what he needs to do, and we're looking to gain that extra 20 damage, which will boost it up to 70 in total.
Oh,
It's
perfect.
right next to him as well.
What a
So-
lovely shot there by him.
Perfect use of the TNT kamikaze combo, and the scout actually moved on to an area that will allow Mascettino to get onto the high ground if he wants to. I mean, that will be pretty good for the scout with some sniping, but he's going to look to practice with the shrapnel, but goes too far backwards. And just as we said earlier, this map can be very deceptive in what is and is not slippy. He's going to try it anyway from that distance. I don't think that's enough.
Oh,
It is!
What
He
a
proves me
shot.
wrong. Gets a perfect
Oh.
amount of power.
How much was that?
It's at least 50. I think it's a solid 50. It's not. It is, in fact, a 70. Very nicely
Very
done.
nice shot there.
It's a good angle from there, actually. If you're throwing up from low to high with the shrapnel, is the way to go. If you're throwing down, it's a lot harder to get that extra damage.
Right.
But after that 70, he's looking to get the extra 15 and the poison,
There it is.
and gain an extra turn on Mascettino, and another one. Turns gained everywhere, and it's back
And
to
we're back to
Matt.
normal.
Oh, dearie me. Nope. Switching it up again.
Look, it looks to be a 4v3 right now. I believe ADB does have the higher total health.
Seems that way, yeah, but it also requires ADB to play cleanup. He no longer has any jetpacks, and this medic is going to prove kind of annoying unless he can get some double damage going, but Mashe is looking to counter that by moving himself away from any of his other pigs, and he will gain another extra turn on the orderly, on Basil, in fact. I forgot he was there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give any context for
Yeah,
that.
do you know what? Good point, fair enough.
So we have multiple body blocks going on, and
Oh, and it's going to be another one.
yeah, Masha looking just to deal damage on the paratrooper, get his health down. So Pig's now falling below 100 health. Only the orderly now on ADB's team with more than 100 health, and the scout is looking to move out of the way into a more quiet position where he can take care of maybe the scout, maybe the sapper, maybe the orderly. Maybe ADB will just look to finish off the orderly, get him out of the way. Oh, and get the double with the poison. That's a good maneuver and the perfect spot to be. Look how flat the ground is. He should get this. One, there, two.
There we are.
Very nicely done.
Well, it doesn't actually poison anyone new, I don't believe. Still gets...
Yeah,
Hell with
that
it.
sapper was still poisoned, but I mean,
Definitely
any
worked out.
damage is good damage, and in an area where I thought that it would be difficult for ADB to get that extra double damage on 2 players, he managed it anyway, but only the 30 there on the Scout, moving him down to 40 health, and it's just becoming a battle of numbers now. Like, who will have enough? ADB does actually still have 1 more jetpack. That was my bad. I thought he'd used it already.
Go for the 20, putting him poison range.
I can just hear both of these players, both ADB and Mascettino, you can just hear their brains ticking away, thinking about the next turn and the turn after that and what could happen and all the damage, and he just gets enough.
Just enough.
Oh, so the Sapper falls, and it is now a 3v2 situation. But the Orderly with the most health, Mascettino is going to want to damage him. He has to. The Orderly just has too much health, and he still has those tranquilizers, but he's banking all of it on getting big damage here. That's decent power, and he does.
What a shot there again.
It is only a 50, so no more than a regular TNT, but I guess it is still kind of advantage ADB, given that he can still heal and he can gain an extra turn. So I mean, based on current projections, ADB is very much in control of this match.
Absolutely, yeah. The rough start, I think, definitely being the main factor of that.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that his lineup has his medic going in them. In fact, both players have their medics going in third. But in the end, I think it was, like I said, ADB's early aggression going on the offense with that early push, and just
a lot of not cluster shots, but you know, multi-hit, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that Mascettino's spawn points were a bit unlucky. They were kind of all of his main pigs, the Sapper, Grenadier, and Orderly, kind of in the right place for ADB to deal damage and kind of nudge them together. But at the same time, when you look at the Mascettino going for the suicide here.
Okay. Some big damage, potentially.
Whether or not he can get it in the middle. And he does, but only the 30, and again, just not being able to capitalize on that. And the Scout won't perish, but he is on low health, and it is a 3v1 now, but I think it's near enough game over unless a miracle can happen here. But with the Scout poisoned, and he is on fairly medium health, ADB just has to make these shots count. Gets the full 40, and he will take another 10 here. No, he won't. He'll die, and ADB will win the round. Needed to keep track of the numbers. That was a pretty quick fire round. Both players blow for blow, and it is ADB to take it on over the top, which means that it will be ADB again, actually, to go first on Canyon on round 2. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody, to round 2 here between ADB and Mascettino. Crumble, what were your thoughts on that first round?
I think that was nice. That was a nice start. I think ADB commanded that pretty well. Like, sure, the spawns might have been, arguably unlucky for Mascettino, but I think ADB saw that and really took the advantage really well.
He did. He capitalized, and he is 1-up. Of course, if he wins this round on Canyon, which I'm still excited to see. Haven't seen it yet so far this season in the matches that I've commentated. These guys, of course, have been practicing. So in terms of lineups, ADB going with the Paratrooper, Grenadier, Sapper, Medic, Scout, and Mascettino also going with the Paratrooper, Grenadier, Medic, Scout, Sapper. So basically the same. Yeah, basically the same, just slightly different lineup, with Mascettino's Medic going third again, and ADB's Medic going fourth. There is another large distance between both of these players on this map, and of course there is no bridge. For those of you wondering, this map Canyon is the unused map High Road, which is a multiplayer map. No, wait, is it?
What?
I can't remember. I can't remember if it's multiplayer or single player, but either way, it works in both instances. So we shall see. And I mean, again, if ADB wins this match, he will go into first place, and he will be ahead by 1 point. But Mascettino does have 2 games in hand, which includes this game. So, I mean, as long as he's able to win one of them, because next week, in the final week, of the regular league matches, he will be facing up against Herb. So whether or not he can finish top will be decided either here, because if he wins here, he basically finishes top, because I believe this is ADB's final regular league match. Next week is his rest week, so it all comes down to whether or not Mascettino can bring home the goods. But we have already started, and ADB immediately looking to angle down that.
This is a nice looking shot. Let's see if he can get it. It might be a bit short, but it is.
Only the 21. I'm wondering if he's been practicing that, but this time around, Mascettino will be looking to immediately go on the offensive. So no defensive starts for Mascettino this time. He's going to start on the front foot and needs to ace this. He does indeed save himself a lot of time.
No damage, unfortunately, but definitely gets him over, which is the main goal.
Exactly, and it's always lovely to see pro players being able to control their jetpacks well in terms of when to detonate the parachute. All those lovely details. But with 1 second remaining, Mascettino gets his shot away on the scout
target. It looked like he was aiming for something a bit further, but then realized he doesn't really think he can make it, and then changed it.
And that's exactly what Mascettino had planned. He knew exactly where to stand for that health crate to drop, and he gains the 50 HP. Now the question here is to whether or not ADB can blast him off the map, which I imagine is what he's looking to do. We did say before this round started that both players have been practicing, and I mean that's a prime example really from Mascettino.
He's not looking to try and blast him out. It looks like he's aiming for the medic.
I think that's that is the orderly, isn't it?
Yeah,
it is.
Awesome. Nice.
Again, I don't know. It seemed like, again, all of this it's like a dance that the two of them are doing. It's a choreographed dance that they both have moves like they've countered each other, like they've played this map already before against each other, and they just know exactly what to do. It is dangerous as well, this map. The water below, you can fall in it. For people who may have played around with this unused map and swapped it, normally the water is solid, because the tiles are a bit funky, but I had them fixed, which was nice. So we do have slippery tiles, we do have water that works, so just ignore those weird water tiles directly ahead of ADB there on the edge of the map. It gets a bit funky when it
that corner's looking rather crowded.
Yeah, again, just certain areas. Round 1 we saw it on over the top, ADB crowding Mascettino, and this time around, I mean, Mascettino's surrounded, but he's got 180 health.
It's looking like he wanted to go for a TNT, but I kind of saw the numbers that he had in that area, and then backed out of it last second. Ooh, what a nice shot, and down he goes.
No fall damage, but he does get him in the water.
That cliffside saving him slightly from 4 damage.
No, I was expecting just a small thud as he took 4 health damage, but nah, in the end, wasn't going to happen, and ADB will look to... Sorry, Mascettino, my bad. Will look to get the jetpack and maneuver himself, I'm guessing, over to the enemy orderly. His jetpacks so far have been
I guess you
very
could call
accurate.
him... I'll call him paramedic. Oh no! Crash landing.
Just as I was saying how nice it was, their jetpacks were, he crash lands just ever so slightly too late with that parachute.
Just a 5 damage, yeah.
I know, that's so frustrating for Mascettino, but it allows ADB to heal, and I imagine turn himself back around and tranquilize the orderly once again. There is still that other crate as well. That is another jetpack. Both players gifted the same crate, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember if I did it that way, but hopefully.
It's a medic body block on another medic.
Yeah, medic body block, but very, very close to the edge. The question now, obviously, what does he do with his scout? I mean, sniping is perfect on this map, but
absolutely, yeah.
Getting that poison, you risk your position here. Again, trying to get some damage on the grenadier.
Happened once, might happen again. Oh, he just misses and it rolls out. That's unfortunate.
Another unfortunate mistake by Mascettino, but again, that large health paratrooper is kind of keeping his team in this in a way, because, I mean, his orderly already down to a lot of damage. Took that. Oh, it is a mortar, so...
10 mortars there.
Yes.
Really gonna have some long-range damage now.
Yeah, ADB It's been it's always been pretty consistent with his mortar shots, but whether or not the pressure will get to him here, we will see. That looks decent to me. It might be a little bit too long.
Yeah.
No, way too. What am I talking about? Do I even use mortars? I don't even know. But it goes way over.
I stay away from them. Cannot do so.
Dearie me. And again, Mascettino remaining in the same spot, but
similar
like
strategy.
I said, yeah, like I said, risking being knocked off and into the water down below, and that's again too far. He's managing to overthrow it from the other side of the map. I think ADB will look to maybe go over there and just knock the guys down. But I think he's going to start with some damage on the. He'll either put all of his damage into the paratrooper, or he might turn around. Nah, he knows there isn't really enough time. Only 15 seconds.
I would think he'd save his last one.
Yeah, I think he might. He might do. Depends on what the game is doing, because.
What's going on here?
That's going to be pretty costly. ADB, I don't think he'll be pretty happy about that. But he does get a shot away. I think that's in the drink. No, it's not!
What a shot.
He does get the 30. What a shot by ADB. Barely half a second left. And he manages to do it out of just thin air. I thought he was going to run out of time there. The game...
Wonder what happened there on the background.
I imagine Mascettino's pig went out of bounds and had to turn around and walk back the other way. You know how slow that can be, and the pig is just standing on the rocks there. That does look a bit funky. I think he's going to look, obviously, to just take him out of the game here. Just doesn't want to poison, doesn't want to risk it.
Make sure that Grenadier's out of the game. One more turn of a Grenadier could be a problem. And there he goes.
I love full damage.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's always so satisfying. So Mascettino, a pig up, despite his orderly on low health and still having that paratrooper on 141 health, but his grenadier here might be the end of his days, depending on where this shrapnel ends up.
This could be a perfect shot, and maybe, well, even without the extra 20, there could be some nice water damage potentially, but nah, just a bit far it looks like.
I thought it had potential. I thought it could be a potential for. Whoa! What is Mascettino doing here?
Right, he's trying to get him between out of poison range there.
I thought his controller was broken for it.
I think I said the exact same thing in the last game as well. I was like, oh no, what's going on?
For a split second.
Yeah.
But he will get a turn, which could be vital for him remaining in this match. Oh, no, he doesn't make it.
Very unfortunate. He does get the extra turn with a Grenadier, but can't make anything with it.
ADB will be able to gain 2 extra turns. And yeah, just that could have been huge damage. That could have been a game changer. But from that mistake, that very costly mistake, given that the Sapper is still on full health and your Huddy's back up to 130, didn't necessarily need to heal, but bumping guys back up to full health is always wonderful to see, especially when you are the dude that gets to do the healing and the tranquilizing at the same time, with 3 seconds remaining, down to 121. So no more extra health. And Mascettino losing 2 consecutive turns here as the crate drops down on his side, and in fact both sides. I'm the one that like sets when crates to drop, and I have no idea. I don't remember. I don't even know what's in that crate. Someone tell me in the comments.
I'm just going to show up with his list of facts now.
But ADB looking to get the double, and if he can do this, it's going to be very tough given the slope down by where the Grenadier is, but he's got the speed. He gets 1. Oh, almost gets 2. That could have been another perfect shot.
Very close to being a great shot, but still works out in the end.
Exactly, and despite the heavy damage and unfortunate events for Mascettino on one side of the map, on the other, he is maneuvering his scout to do some sniping, and as I said earlier, this is the perfect map for scout given the distance, because essentially you can just sit back and do your own thing and put the pressure on your opponent to maneuver themselves closer to you, because otherwise, I mean, you see ADB's lineup, besides the paratrooper, every other class has to get close or rely on the grenade launcher to do some kind of damage.
Right, yeah.
And it is a long walk as well. It's surprising, because I mean, you can take the risk and like jump off.
I don't think you can get that in a full turn unless you jump off, really.
Exactly, or have a jetpack or something.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised no one's using heavy weapons. And that looks a bit too far to me.
Oh, no.
So Mascettino again might have another opportunity to use his Grenadier, but it is the Sapper again. Goodness me. And it basically, that just creates even more work for ADB because 1 health is so annoying when...
That's an extra turn you need to dedicate to
damage.
damage.
Yeah, especially given his position as well. It's so frustrating for ADB, but Mascettino getting as far away as possible.
Really a fan of the grenade launcher in this set, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's quite a bit now.
Counting on it, maybe a little bit too much, but I mean, as I said, the Sapper very weak from far distance, and that looks decent to me.
Ooh, very nice
Oh,
shot.
down 26 on the orderly, so he'll now be down to 74. Basil not looking too healthy.
Yeah, might want to go back to green after this one.
ADB will, I think, look to get maybe the punch here. Yeah, gain that extra turn. Given the numbers there, I mean, I can almost see his eyes like light up when he sees a pig that has like 25 health or less.
Absolutely.
And again,
he got the 50. Knowing that, knows the health here.
Choreographed moves, knows exactly where to go, which means, and we don't see it very often, which means that his Sapper now has 200 health.
Oh, you're right, yes, of course.
Yeah, he's basically a legend, but with not that great weapons.
Yeah, missing an airstrike here and there, you know.
That would be very helpful for Mascettino right now.
Or shockwave. Yeah, that Grenadier, big problem.
Given the distance, I mean, it's a lot of work for ADB. He needs to make this count. That looks decent. Yeah. He does get the 24. He was looking at the scout, which he can't forget about. It was kind of just chilling at the back there.
There goes the medic.
Yeah, because of the medic and that extra turn gained, it allowed ADB to take that extra time and take out that pig. So now he's going to say, screw you, Mascettino. I'm going to walk straight up to you and start dealing damage. Besides, he does, as I say, take that risk and falls into the drink.
Good jump. I don't know if he can make it in time. He's got 10 seconds.
I think he'll do it. He'll definitely get the poison away at least because he needs to start taking out his Sapper with 200 health again.
Yeah, poison definitely the right call here. Gotta whittle him away slowly.
That looks so weird. 200 health Sapper.
Yeah.
But considering that even though he's lost his orderly, the health advantage he has at the moment, I think. Yeah, he's going to just keep targeting ADB's orderly, get rid of his ability to heal, and then try and go from there. I mean, he does still have his paratrooper, which is pretty helpful. He has at least some...
Oh no, what happened there?
How did that miss? That was like an Iron Fox moment. It just grazed past him somehow, even though the crosshair was over the pig.
Yeah.
Maybe the wind just kicked in randomly. He's got the wind.
It looked like he aimed for the arm, which I mean, obviously he still had an arm afterwards, so I don't know how it just went through it. Yeah.
So just yet another mistake costing Mascettino a lot of damage once again. He missed that shot with the Grenadier. He's missed the shot with the Scout, and ADB will be looking to capitalize. But the positioning here, I'm surprised Mascettino not looking to blast the pig off the map here with the TNT.
Maybe he's trying to do that with a shrapnel.
Shrapnel from there is risky, and he's facing front.
Oh, and he's got it.
I think that's at least a 50. He's proven me wrong here with these shrapnels.
Really
he has been practicing.
Ooh, that must be a lot of
damage. I mean, he was on.
He was at 100 and something, wasn't he?
He was on 87 when he got there, so that was at least 70.
Yeah, it's got to be a 70 then.
But speaking of TNTs and blasting pigs off the map, I think he's going to try and blast him at least down into the water. I think that's a little bit. Oh, there's potential. I think he's going to play it safe though and go for water damage instead. This Sapper also still on 150 health.
Is there land down there in between the water? I cannot tell.
It's very thin down there, so he'll be lucky to remain.
Oh, that might be. Okay, he didn't have to turn.
Oh goodness me!
12 health.
And this is the question that you ask yourself: like, do I? No, I was gonna say if you had a jetpack, it's like, do you use yourself as a kamikaze pig, or do you remain where you are? Because either way, it's more work for ADB. But look at that shot from Mascettino. 37 damage.
Yeah, Mascettino's back's up against the wall here a bit, it seems.
It is a little bit, but it is still a 4v3. There is still potential. But ADB looking to maneuver himself towards the scout, as he does need some healing, but I don't think he'll look to do any healing. He'll just look to get the trank onto the sapper. And with 5 seconds left, he should... No, you get it on the scout, so my apologies. With only 1 second remaining, he will gain another extra turn.
Well.
And that 150 health sapper is looking more and more menacing by the minute.
Everyone else's health is getting whittled around them.
Yeah, ADB just looking to minimize the risk of losing an extra turn from being poisoned. I don't know. Though I'm just trying to think as they are at the moment, trying to think what is the best strategy, and yeah, just getting the health of the sapper down is what ADB...
A raid boss of sorts.
Yeah, and not having any healing here as well. Even though Mascettino was the one to take both health crates, it has not done him any good so far, given his loss of damage here. So, again, relying on the shrapnels, but from there it's too much work. In fact, both Paratrooper and Sapper still on full health. Paratrooper got healed earlier, but that's a good... Oh my goodness me! gets the 50 between them. My goodness. ADB still with that one jetpack as well, so I'm sure he'll save that for the Paratrooper later. But I think with the damage on this Sapper here, it's looking pretty abysmal for Mascettino. Gonna be very difficult, and it will take things like that.
Him down.
Will take things like that to work in his favor. As I say that, he drops in the drink and basically takes the same amount of damage he would if it.
Might have been better off even like this. Now that his position's kind of gone.
He needs to be careful. I saw the blimp floating around and won't get the max again, only the 10. So that's third time here for Mascettino, just not making those shots count. He's banked maybe a little bit too much on dealing damage from afar, whereas ADB has not really risked that much.
He's gone for very consistent shots, ADB has.
Yeah, he's taken the time to make his way over there and basically not play the long game. He doesn't want to rely on his long shots doing all the talking, because a lot of the time that's too much of a risk. And the 50 here, I think, will be potentially the final nail in the coffin for Mascettino.
And the ADB's fought through another 100 health essentially as well.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
very I won't say in his favor yet, not completely, but it's starting to be.
Yeah, there's been a lot of composure from both of these players. And I think Mascettino maybe will look to jump on his head 3 times and I guess hit him with the grenade launcher. There's no real way to poison him anymore unless he continues to jump on his head, but he does. He's going to try and jump on him and get him down to 25 health. He needs to jump on him 3 more times.
Not like that. Oh, that might be... He tried, but...
He did.
Yeah.
Goes against in the end, but look at his Sapper down there. 41 health and poisoned. So you know exactly what's going to happen with the Scout coming up next.
Yep.
Oh, just such unlucky timing for Mascettino. And ADB can just waltz his way down there, and I don't know. He might.
Oh.
Yeah,
yes,
he'll do the same. Both players just having a drink.
I'll never be prepared for that when I see her.
And for those wondering why they're doing that, of course, they want to avoid losing the extra turn from being poisoned. As Mascettino will do exactly that, as ADB will gain another turn. And essentially, it's not looking too good here for Mascettino.
Yeah, it's a 3v2 now. ADB does have the health advantage as well.
ADB with 2 pigs with 210 health combined, and his Scout still on 17. And he will get the 14 as well on the jetpack, so I think it possibly safe to say it's game, set, and match unless Mascettino can bring something here. Can he bring it at the last? But I mean, he's gonna be pushed down here. Ooh. Potentially.
No.
Oh no, he does stay up there. I thought if he'd fallen down, that was definitely game over. But look at the positioning there. Actually, that's
quite a nice shot that he can get there. Yeah.
He can get the double damage, and it will definitely be a kill, but He's also going to want to keep his paratrooper alive. And he overshoots it again.
Ooh.
He wanted to angle it down there just a bit, just to get it in between them, but overshoots. 21 damage, could have got the kill. But I also imagine he wanted to keep him alive to maybe gain that extra turn. But considering his positioning here and the TNT, I mean...
I don't think he needs it now.
Yeah, ADB just needs to get him in the drink, and it will be game, set, and match. The Scout's taking a fair amount of health. He was on, I think, 99, so he might actually die here. He does indeed.
He is.
So 3v1, but after all that, it's safe to say Mascettino will unfortunately lose this round. He will go out with a bang though, as he will take out the Scout. But ADB finishing with, once again, the Paratrooper and the Sapper comfortably on a decent amount of health between the two of them. So I imagine he will finish with the scoop. You've got to with the Paratrooper.
Absolutely. All he's gonna do is like the little fire the machine gun in the air thing. Oh,
Go with the trick shot. No, go with the mortar. He'll go with the 360. No, he won't. He'll look to get the mortar. And just to... He just needs a little bit of splash damage to finish this one off.
Yeah, not even aiming at him direct, like, just to make sure it doesn't fall in the water.
Does it have enough? I think it...
Oh.
No!
Oh, maybe this awesome. Ah!
9 damage. Goodness me.
Yeah.
I think Mascettino might end this with one final explosion.
And this on his own terms.
Yeah, it's his usual style of going out. But no, I think... Oh, no, he thought about going for the Sapper, but never mind. But basically this means that ADB will, of course, win this match 2-0 in the end between this Battle of the Italians, which means that Mascettino's winning streak comes to an end, defeated by his brother-in-arms. But that means that ADB will now go up to 16 points. He will be 4 points clear of Mascettino. And it also means that ADB will officially finish top of Group A and is through to the playoffs, as is Mascettino, given that there is a... Oh, let me do the maths. There is an 8-point gap between second and third place. And with only one more week to go, it's pretty straightforward. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you can join us for the next league match. Final thoughts, Crumble?
Well, I really enjoyed that match in the end. There were a few mistakes here and there, but honestly, a really good set still.
It was great to see, and overall, we hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Let us know what you think about it in the comments, and we will catch you all later for the next match.
Bye.